Hello, this is Dyesha Hicks, and I'm here for the Young, Gifted, and Black Entrepreneurial Awards. We're coming to you from Milk River, our 2017 venue host. I am so pleased, but more excited than anything, to be sitting next to this fantastic rising star, beautiful, gifted, and black, and young lady right beside me. She is receiving an outstanding award, and I can't wait to read it off for you. She is the 2017 recipient of the Nina Simone Artistic Excellence Award in Creativity and Entrepreneurship. Oh my God, we have Colby Christina here with us today. Her resume would knock a 30-year-old off their feet, okay? A 30-year-old, I'm not 30 yet, but who cares? She is just a bright, fresh, rising star. At the age of 15, she has accomplished so much, yet so humble. The whole energy in her personality resonates that. So that's not just what I'm reading off of a paper, that's what I'm feeling from her. So she is a professional actress, talk show host, so a TV talk show host. She has Colby's Corner, which I enjoy watching. She's a dancer that she enjoys. I'm talking about different selections of dance. I think she could name about 7 to 8 of them. She's a singer, a model, a choreographer, and the list goes on, but I definitely have to note that she's a motivational speaker, and she is a recent award winner of the AUDELCO Rising Star Award recipient. I'm telling you, this is a mouthful and a half, but it is an absolute pleasure, and I can't wait to get to know more about her. How are you doing, Colby Christina?
I'm very good. How are you?
Fabulous. I'm really excited to be sitting next to you. You're like a young celebrity for me, so this is exciting. You're welcome. So as I was reading all of that off, I've seen you have a lot of interviews, but when you hear all of that about yourself, are you just like blown away as much as other people are? Because they're just as excited to say everything you've accomplished. How do you feel about all your success?
I feel very humble about it. I'm surprised because it doesn't seem like I've done a lot, but like looking at old interviews and my bio, and I'm like, wow, I did all of that and I'm only 15. So it's surprising, but it's like awesome, and I feel very proud of myself to accomplish all these things in a short period of time.
And you have so much more to accomplish. Now, I want to talk about your award winning of the AUDELCO Rising Star Award. So I looked it up and I know what it's about, but tell others that may not be familiar. It's a very high and achievement award. You are, I think, one of the few youngest to even receive it. So let's talk about that.
So I did a off-Broadway production, The Liberation of Mother Goose, at the Billie Holiday Theater. That was my first off-Broadway debut, and I played the lead role of Alice, and we had 2 sold-out performances. And then I was nominated, surprisingly, by the AUDELCO committee, and it was a long process. Like, a bunch of kids from all over New York City were chosen, and I was surprised that I was chosen, and I felt very great that I was chosen as well. But the AUDELCOs definitely shine a light on not only young artists, but like artists in theater, in Black theater, and it's just a night for us to be proud of ourselves, pretty much.
You are definitely someone that deserves to be very proud of yourself. You put a lot of work in. So this Nina Simone award that you're receiving, how do you feel about that? And what are your thoughts on Nina Simone?
I really, actually in the summertime, I went to go see a documentary that her brother, Sam Wayman, was actually putting on. And I was shocked to see that YGB actually wanted to give me that award, because I'm like, wait, just this summer I just saw a documentary on Nina Simone. I'm like, whoa, like, is this really happening? But Nina Simone was, just by seeing her documentary, she's very hardworking. She was a perfectionist. She was a trendsetter. She was a mentor. She was just everything, and she was very strong. That's what I really liked about her. She was just very strong, and she just was about her, not only about her music, but anything that she put effort to, she was all about it. So that's definitely what I look up to her about.
And you resonate all of that.
Thank you.
Now, you're also under the term millennial. Okay, and they give millennials a bad name, but you're giving the millennials a good name. But how do you feel about everyone saying millennials are so bleh, they're so this, they're so self-entitled, they don't work hard? It's really like a bad energy behind it, but you're a different energy. How do you feel about that?
I feel like people tend to, when they hear one word, they want to stick to, oh, that group of people is that type of way. There's nothing you can change about it. They're that way, they're that way. And they tend not to look at, oh, there's a few that are different. There's a few that are doing things with themselves. There's a few that are actually hardworking. So about that, I try to differentiate myself from that and really like, millennials are like awesome. Like, we're not just this, but we do have different aspects of ourselves.
Absolutely. I love that. Everyone stop judging these millennials. Jeez. Okay. Now, like I said, I definitely dove in when it came to you, and I was very impressed when a particular interviewer asked, how do you do everything? And you said time management. So let's talk about time management, because I need to learn that.
Definitely as time went on, I started dancing at the age of 2. So that was just like one class on a Saturday. And as time went on, like I got more and more busy. I'm like, wait, I have to learn how to manage it because I'm running around from here to here to here to here to here. And I definitely learned that from my mom, because she's a hard-working businesswoman, and I see how she juggles things. Like, she has a lot of things on her plate herself, and then there's a totally different side to her because there's me involved, and she has to do things like that. And also my family, a lot of them are in the entertainment industry as well. So seeing how they juggled their schedule, it was pretty easy for me to just readjust. So that's pretty much how I manage my time. And really, I like time to myself as well. I hang out to my friends. And surprisingly, people don't think I have time to myself, but I really do. I do have my off days where I'm just like lounging around at home doing nothing. But yeah, that's pretty much how I manage my time. Observation is pretty much.
Observation is key, actually. That was very, very important for you to say, having time to yourself. You're 15. So that means next year you're turning the big, sweet 16. How do you feel about that?
I'm actually very, very, very excited for my sweet 16. That's literally what I talk to my mom about every day. I'm like, I want this, I want that, I want that. But I'm super, super duper excited to be turning 16. And actually, I skipped a grade, so I'll be graduating at the age of 16 as well. So that's a big step for me. And I'm just very excited to be turning the big 16. On top of all the things that I do, I can't wait for that night.
So you're skipping, you're going to be done with high school?
Yeah, I'll be done in 2018. So like that'll be way before I turn 17. So I'll be done.
Fantastic. Okay, so are you going to pursue the arts more, or are you going to do that and juggle college?
I definitely want to go to school for the performing arts, but I definitely do want my backup in entertainment law school.
Entertainment law, that is fantastic. Where do you want to go to entertainment law school at?
I'm looking at NYU, Carnegie Mellon, Juilliard for my undergrad, Adelphi, Temple, Rutgers, those different schools.
Fantastic. You're just glowing. I love it. So when it comes to and I know your mother and your family plays such a large part. You just mentioned that you have a beautiful musical background from your mom singing, your father's father, your grandmother sounding like a hummingbird. You have a beautiful background. But when it comes to inspiration, is it all your family, or do you have other people that inspire you as well?
I would say ever since a little girl, it's been my family, because I know like not a lot of kids in the entertainment industry don't have people in their family that were in the industry as well. So having my mother that was a singer and an actor and a dancer, and my father that is a musician, and my father's father was the lead singer of the famous group The Platters of the 50s. And just having my family is definitely an inspiration, but I do look at my teachers that I have. So I have Miss Peggy Alston. She was like the very first triple threat that I ever knew. So I looked up to her. Miss Karen Thornton, my dance teacher, Baba Chuck Davis, who's the founder and artistic director of Dance Africa. Every year, you guys should come. And also, he stepped down now, so it's now Baba Abdel. And I do look up to celebrities as well, like Felicia Rashad. Like, people tell me all the time, like, I remind me of her. Mr. Woody King told me that. George Faison. Just, there's so many people that I've met that serve as an inspiration to me and mentors. When I went to the National Black Theater Festival, I was surrounded by so many living legends, and there's so many people that are giving me wisdom every day. Like, I get calls from just people that I've met during the course of an event or anything that have given me advice. So.
Beautiful. Oh my God. Yes, you do look like a beautiful young Felicia Rashad. She's my favorite. Now I can have a young favorite. So your inspirations are absolutely striking. But the one thing that touches my heart is that you are also a motivational speaker. So what are some of the challenges? I'm sure when you step off stage after giving a speech, what are some of the challenges that you're hearing with teens like yourself?
Some challenges that I'm hearing is that they really don't have somebody to turn to. So listen, I know like there's different organizations and mentorship programs, but they're all led by adults. And like, nothing against adults, but I feel like if teens had another teen to talk to, it's more mutual and it's like more understanding and more connected that way. So that's why I do motivational speaking. So I keynote different events, Black History events that involve teens. My teen TV talk shows directed toward teens, so they have a safe place to learn and talk about what's really happening in their lives, like every day, academically, socially, and culturally. So I definitely understand like the lack in a way of guidance for teens. So that's why I started what I do.
Fantastic. We do need beautiful, uplifting teens like yourself. And when I say beauty, it's definitely not just the appearance, which you are beautiful, but it's from the inside. You can feel that from the inside. And it helps just take a child, a teen, a little bit further to know that they're not alone or they have somebody to represent them. So we thank you for representing.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Now, when I was reading your beautiful, wonderful website, I love it. I was like, God, I love it. You have celebrity teen there, and I love that you say that. But that's also a big responsibility being a celebrity. There's a lot of pressure, and I want to know, you're only going to become in the limelight even more. Is there a pressure, not as of yet, but are you nervous about the pressure to maybe step out of character? You know, they like to do that whole sex sells thing. How do you feel that you're gonna deal with that type of pressure?
In terms of pressure, like everybody's always going to be nervous somehow. Like, I know before a performance I do get nervous a little bit, but like once I get on stage I just let loose. It's the same in academics. Everybody, like, you'll study, you think you'll do great, but you're always nervous, but you know what the outcome is going to be. So I feel like I just try to relax in a way and not think about it. And I just go for it and put my all into it. As long as I put my all into it, I know that I did a good job.
Fantastic, fantastic. As long as you stay positive and not worry about it, there is no pressure. Now, when it comes to, goals for 2017, because when it comes to goals, you knock them out. What type of goals are you looking to add to your list this time?
Definitely 2017 is going to be a big difference from 2016. I have a lot of film productions that I'm working on in projects. I'm also going to keep working on my teen TV talk show and take it to the next level. I'm looking to start my very own, I already started the paperwork for it, but my dance company I want to get up and running. And the goal is to really make it big and be a household name for 2017.
Household name. So you're not, once again, you're not a nervous person. Fame. You know, a lot of celebrities that we're seeing on television, they kind of crack under pressure. What are you going to do to just keep it all together? Is it going to be meditating, being with family more? You know, because the pressure is pretty heavy.
Yeah, I know, like, that schedules and, like, the pressure is very heavy when yeah, I definitely do. I was at the mall the other day and then somebody just randomly yelled out my name. I'm like, wait a minute, where's that coming from? But Definitely, I'm a very humble person. I know a lot of celebrities nowadays, they tend to be very arrogant in a way, and that's not how I want to portray myself. I want to be a person that you can easily come up to. If you want to take a picture, sure. I don't mind taking pictures, but some celebrities, I have met some that are just like, oh, no, not right now. But I don't want to be like that. I want to be more of a sister to you or a friend, close friend. I'm just like everybody else. And I feel like people take the word celebrity and they like really drag it out in a way. But just because you're doing something, you're on TV, you're on this, and not everybody does that, doesn't make you any better in a way. I don't want to really, yeah, I'll take the word celebrity, but I want to be more of a friend and a sister and somebody you can talk to no matter what.
Love it. I love it. I hope everybody just pays attention to your energy, please. It's so saturated in egos right now. You're very refreshing. You're definitely very refreshing. You have so many things under your belt, but when you enjoy certain things like film, we have a lot of good films coming out right now. What have you experienced in the theaters that you are crazy about right now?
In the theaters, a lot of history-based things that I'm seeing a lot of the Nat Turner movie that came out, the Fences movie that just came out. I'm just really feeling those type of movies, not the movies. I do like the little suspense movies and the romantic and things like that, but I'm really into when they take past events and they apply it to now and they change it. Just like the production that I did, the off-Broadway production. It was from an older play in the 70s, but the director we had, he took that play and made it into something like more grand and like big. So I'm really into past events being turned into something really, really big that people are like, whoa, I did not know that. Like, and I also like I like history as well, but it's different from reading it in the book, but I like acting it out and actually understanding it visually. So I'm into those type of films and theater productions, something that always has a message to it that you have to figure out.
Where do you see yourself, if you could play any role, what do you see yourself getting your Oscar award for?
Definitely a mystery, like NCIS type of movie. I always really, really like those, something adventurous or mysterious and dark in a way, something that has like a really, just an interesting plot. I really love those type of movies.
Love it. I could see you nailing it. There's no way that you wouldn't. You are just such a beautiful rising star. Last but not least, you do so much, but I feel like it's still this energy when it comes to social media. I think it's going to die a little bit, though. Something about it. You're doing real things, but a lot of people focus on social media numbers. Has that? Yes. Her resume is phenomenal. If you go to her colbychristina.com, beautiful resume. Now, social media, you have people with hundreds of thousands of followers. Does that ever discourage you?
No, not necessarily, because sometimes those people, and not being like rude or anything like that, but some of those people that have hundreds and thousands of followers, they don't have a real message that connects with people. So I always tend to, like, if I see artists that have like maybe 1,000 followers and I see them, they turn out to like, they're like really, really good. Don't get me wrong, like there's celebrities or people that have a lot of fan base that they're giving a message, but it's not the majority of them. And I feel like the people like lower than that, they really have more of a message. And I really like that. I don't tend to get like all into the mix of, oh my gosh, I have this many followers and this many followers. And I have enough. That's fine. But I'll leave it to, there's always other press that is going to put it up. Things like that.
Like this moment. What's the last thing you would like to give the audience for Young, Gifted, and Black that's tuning in? What's the last thing you'd like to say to them?
Definitely towards the teen audience or anybody that's listening. If you have a dream or a goal, please don't give up on it. Definitely, please don't, because there's going to be times where you're like, oh my gosh, I'm so tired. But don't give up on it, because the end result is like priceless and like you won't regret it.
She is such a doll. I'm a fan now. And I'm way older than her. Okay. Thank you so much, Colby Christina, for being here. Congratulations on your 2017 award.